Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have my very first Valentine's Day video for you guys. I thought I would start off a little early, and it's going to be using the new Kylie Royal Peach palette. This palette has been so hyped. It's different from how her other palettes are set up. The colors are beautiful, kind of a weird range of colors though. I love that this one comes with a mirror and then it also comes with a brush. And that's the look that I have on today for you guys. It's a very soft, kind of like peachy pink. Perfect for Valentine's Day, perfect for just kind of like a low-key date night maybe. You got the really glowing skin to go for like that glowy peach goddess look. Before jumping into the tutorial, I did want to talk about the palette really quick and kind of do my first impression on it and what I think about the palette. I was thinking of doing two separate videos, but why? Yeah, I will list down below when the tutorial actually starts. If you don't care about the review, then go ahead and fast forward to the tutorial on this look and see how I got it. But I don't want to spend too much time reviewing this palette because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos out there. I just want to put my opinion out there because, you know, I'm going to be 100% honest. So as with any release that Kylie has, it is super hyped up. It always sells out fast. This retails for $45, which I think is pretty reasonable. You get 12 shades total, and then you also get a brush, which I absolutely love the brush, and I love when a palette comes out with a brush, especially a really good blending brush. So that's a thumbs up for me. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the palette, I was like, oh, it's because it's Kylie, I have to get it. You know, I love Kylie. I don't know about you guys, but I ain't a hater. And then the second thing that really intrigued me to the palette is that blue, probably like everybody else. And just kind of like the different shade ranges. I've never seen a palette like this before that has all these weird shades. Like there's a purple, there's a green, there's a blue, and then there's very peachy tones. Like it's really different compared to your typical like smoky eye palette or your neon bright colored palettes or your naturals. It's different, it's unique. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a sucker for the packaging. It matches my makeup room, so I had to get it. First thing I want to note is I'm super sensitive to scents, and if it has too much scent in it, I just don't like it, and I definitely do not like this palette for that reason. It smells like acrylic paint, or it smells like paint mixed with a floral scent. It smells really bad. I don't like it. Like she was trying to mask the paint scent with a floral scent. So the mixture of the two just does not smell good. So that's already one con that I have with this palette. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm not a huge fan of the palette. I like the idea, I like the shade ranges, I like the palette itself and like the packaging, but yeah, the overall quality of the palette, first impression, don't really like it. So in this tutorial, I used 4 total shades, and I had to work for this. Like I really had to work for this. This blending color is, or this crease color is beautiful, but I probably blended it into my crease about 5 times because there was no color. I don't like a palette that I have to work for. I love the Lorac palettes because they're so pigmented. Yes, they have fallout, but I can clean that up so easy. I love the Anastasia palettes because they're high pigments. I just don't like palettes like this where you have to work so hard to achieve an eye look. Like you just have to keep packing, keep packing, keep packing. Like I'm not about that life. Of course, that's my first impression of it. Once I play with the colors a little bit more, then I can probably update you guys down below in the description box if I like it more or not. But currently, I'm not a huge fan of it, so sorry, Kylie. The textures of this shadow were, it didn't have a lot of fallout, which was nice, but the texture wasn't smooth and like buttery. It was a little bit on the chalkier end, but not bad. So it was kind of like a mediocre texture. Like, let me just swatch a shade for you. Like, it's like nice and smooth, but it's also a little chalky. Just a little chalky. You know what's weird is I feel like you can feel the, what's that baking powder that you bake with? Like flour. I could feel a little bit of like flour in it, or whatever that baking texture is. That's how this feels. It's almost really dry, but like goes on really smooth. That's how I would describe the texture of that. So that's my first impression of the palette. Like I said, I'm gonna, you know, give it a try a little bit more and play with it. But so far, it's okay. It's definitely one of those, you know, must-have palettes for collectors like myself, and just to kind of have, and it's definitely more hyped than I feel like it really is. I think the price is good and the product is okay. So I think it's worth it if you're a collector of makeup and you want to have like her stuff, but it's definitely not necessary. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm just kind of like whatever's about it. That's my first impression. And as always, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask me down below. I'm super interactive with all my subscribers. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And now let's go ahead and get into the tutorial on this Valentine's Day look. First thing I will do is take MAC Soft Ochre and prime my eyelids, and then I'm going to set it with a white or like a base. I normally don't use soft ochre, but because I feel like the pigment on the shadows aren't that great, that I have to use like a pretty light base. Now going in with the color Sandy, and then I'm just going to take the brush that's in the palette and apply that to my crease. Now taking this corner shade here and a flat shadow brush, it's the color Duke. I'm going to apply this first, and then I'm going to take the color Crush here and apply it right on top. Before I do that, I packed on the color on my brush, and then I'm just going to spritz it with some setting spray. This is a Tarte H2O setting spray. And then I'm just going to apply that on my lids. And now this is the color Crush right on top of it. Now taking Cinnamon from the palette, and this is a MAC 221 brush, very, very thin tapered brush. I'm going to apply that color to my outer corners, bringing it into my crease and just blending it in with the two shades that we put on the lid. Okay, so now that I finished my face and I applied my lashes, liner, I also applied black liner on my lower lash line. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of the look. I'm going to take that shade there again with a small pencil brush. That's the shade Cinnamon. And then I'm just going to apply that all on my lower lash line. Apply some mascara to your lower lash line, and we'll move on to the lips. And I'm going to use Dulce K just to kind of keep it pink and neutral for a very soft, glowy Valentine's Day look. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Cocoa K and put that on the center because it's really gray nude, and I wanted a little bit more pink. And your look is complete. So this is my kind of soft Valentine's Day look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye.